Hi, this is the HR application through which you can manage your daily requests, your salaries, your document requests, your attendance, your leaves and all. The username to access the application, definitely you will be having a username password. This will be provided to you by your HR admin or the HR business partner, who is the expert HR. The username normally is your employee code also. The password will be again provided to you by your HR admin, and the company code. I'm using this for a demo company, so I'll be having the demo users. For example, I'm logging as a DMO00078. It's an employee number, also the username for this particular application. A password will be there. Company code is normally three-digit code that is part of the employee number. First three letters of the employee number is normally the company code. So I will enter that DMO as a company code. When I log in, uh, it will drop me to a personal dashboard, which is my personal details, where I can manage, where I can see my day-to-day activity, or the latest updates for my leaves, for my attendance, and for my deductions if I have any, access to my self-service application. Here is the key widget where I can directly go to my HR application for requests and all those details. And this is actually a complete a dashboard where you can see or access your daily needs. This particular widget shows you the leave balance, 13-day leave balance as of today's date. This is the application where I applied the last date of my leave applied. This widget will show you the late or early hours for the current open month. My payroll, for example, I'm in May and my payroll, April payroll is already processed. May, my month started. So in this month, luckily, I don't have any hours deductions. These hours are actually been calculated from the time and attendance machines in and out. If it is a policy, definitely this will be deducted, but if it is not a policy, it will not have any impact. In fact, we can remove this widget if it's not required. This widget will show the authority line manager. I have different transactions like appraisals, attendance. For each document, I can have a separate authority. For let me here for all my transactions like appraisals, attendance, business trip claims, business trips, documents, leaves, attendance, OT, loan request. My only manager, one manager, but I can have each. For example, appraisal can be a different line manager. OT can be for to a different land manager. This is for approval process, and this again approval is required or not required. These all are configurable and can be accessed through the authority mapping. Last salary drawn, to what was my gross salary that I already drawn in March salary, total what was the deductions and what was my net salary. Pending leave deductions for the current month. If I have any loans to be deducted this month, salary, or if there is any other adjustments that's been added by HR to be deducted in this month's salary, so this will, you can see it here. This the user I logged in, DMO0078, is a manager, so that's why you can see leave pending for approvals. There are leaves applied by my employees to whom I am the direct line manager. I can see all the leaves requested by them, and it need my actions on these leaves. Apart from that, I have a widget where I can see my attendance, daily attendance. Here is my number again, name. What kind? This there are two rows actually. If you can notice, that's one is the regular time and one is the overtime. For regular time, I can see my total attendance for this particular month, and the OT I can see in a different line here. My total working hours are 8, so I can see total 8 working hours. At the right panel, I can see the total number of hours I spent. If there are any irregulars, you can see here, this will match this particular. And the details of that, you can see it by browsing to each date. And this is my summary of my dashboard, where I can see if there are any alerts for me. I can change it to Arabic or English. Okay. Now if I want to go to my application directly, where I can request my leaves or attendance, or if I'm a manager, I can see the leaves pending for approval and I can take action on it. This dashboard is just to show you the updates and give you pop-ups or alerts, but actual transactions and everything will be carried out in the application. I clicked on CSHRM's application now. This is again a small profile of the logged in employee, where I can see the details: nationality, my date of birth, my identity, my passport details, my phone number if I have added any. These are my official details, these are my passport details, these are medical insurance details if I have added, my identity details, my expiry date in the comma, if I have my resident ID, expiry details. Here I can see the salary details breakup: basic, housing, transportation, other allowances, and the net salary. Apart from that, the others are same like my dashboard details, but here I have an option that I can see. For example, if I want to see the April salary, sorry, the attendance, I can browse it to the previous months. Okay, this is the additional information. Apart from that, in the dashboard I can see the gross salary, net salary, and deductions, but I cannot see the breakup of that. If I want to see my salary details, here I can click on this link, which will pop up a small window where I can see all the deductions and the earnings for for this particular period of last salary around March 2018. Similarly, my leave balances are 13. What was my last leave, from what date and for how many days, and the leave history if I want to see how many leaves I have applied so far, and the details of it all can be seen here. Okay, then if I want to see here in profile, this employee dashboard is the one which is the profile that I'm talking about. If I want to change the password, I can click and change the password. If I want to see the payslip report in a printable format, I can print directly from here. I have to select what month payroll I want to print. For example, March month's payroll. If I want to see, I can click on it and I can click on it. Similarly, employee movement, I can browse my own personal details from this particular this period. It will show me if I was absent, if I was there are any deductions, late comings, or whatever the movements of the employees can be seen here. I can see myself, or I can see all the employees that are reporting to me directly. I can select any one of them and I can enter, for example, 1st of April till 30th of April. If I want to see their details, I can see it here. Luckily, these are the weekend OTs that the guys have performed by date. Apart from these, as I said, I'm logged in as a manager, so I can see requests that I have to manage for my team, like leave approval, like attendance edit, and OT and attendance approval. Here in bulk edit, I can see the employees details. For example, I can say for 1st of April till 30th of April, I want to see all my employees status details. Here is the detail. See, it's a really fantastic tool where you can see all your employees details like an Excel, but a more readable format for the complete month, 1st of April till 30th of April, and total if there are any irregulars. This is a really beautiful tool where you can see a summary of all this on top of the grid. This particular cells highlighted in this color are 81 total, and these all are modified. The original information of time in and time out punch through finger scanning machine is recorded, and if there are any adjustments, all those adjustments is being highlighted in this particular color. If there is a cell in this light green color, you can see that if someone is on sick leave, it will be in that color highlighted. If the guys are absent for there are 3 guys who for 3 days absent. You can see these 3. See, these are the 3 different dates the guys are absent. Okay. Apart from that, if the guys are on leave, it will be in this yellow color, and if this light gray is marked as weekly off. And if there are only holidays like Eid holidays here in Saudi, it will be highlighted in blue color. If the grids, if the cells are highlighted in dark gray, that means these rows are approved and no more adjustments can be done. Here it will show me the total number of employees that are reporting to me directly on the summary form. If I want to search and if I want to see only regular hours, I can just see RT. I can type RT, and here you go, it shows only regular times. Apart from that, if you want to see, for example, one particular employee, where you can see example, for example 0089, here I have employee, this is the employee, his detail only. This is a short search option where you can easily go and search for a particular employee. If you want to do any adjustments here, for example, this particular time, this guy worked overtime for 0.12 hours. You say no, he worked for 2 hours. You can just change it. As simple as that. Click on it, save it, and here you go. This will be saved by the line manager, but if there is any approval authority on top of this guy, it will go directly to him as a change request. Means waiting for approval for the changes done in the attendance. And when the his manager logged in, he can see this particular cell is been highlighted in this purple color. Then the manager can take an action. He can reject or he can approve. That is attendance related. This is for edit purpose. Now similar view is there for OT approval and attendance approval. I can say, for example, from 1st of April till 30th of April, I want to see the leave, attendance and OT details, so that I can take an action. Here is the details of all these employees. I can see all the modifications, all the changes, and here I can select, if I want to approve all, what I can do, I can select all. Here I can say click on this particular button and I can say yes, because here actually I logged in as 78, so I can see myself also here. Okay, I can see this particular employee and I can say this particular employee. I can select and I can say approve. I can approve or I can say reject. Okay, reject means remaining. If you did not take any action, that means it's on hold and there is no action has been taken. But if you say reject, this will go back to the employee to edit, or my lower managers to take action on those, and they can edit and then they can specify the reason. This will be shown here in the single employee attendance. For example, if I want to say for this employee from 1st of April till 30th of April, to see the details, it will give you the exact details date by date. What was my in time? what time I went out, and present. If I was present, it will be, I can say this is my adjustments, all adjustments. That's why these adjustments, you can see here, I came in but I did not go out. Here, see, in time is there but there is no out time. So what system should do? System should treat that as in. That's why you can see adjustments in is 8 and adjustment out is 17, which was my shift timing. So by 7, by total I completed 8 hours and then I left. So that's why this adjustment is been done automatically. But you can say no, he worked overtime, or he went early. So let's deduct 2 hours, for example. Now this will be 3 hours because I left early at 14. So 2 o'clock instead of 5, I left 2 o'clock. 3 hours early I left. And here, for example, if instead of 8 I came 10 o'clock, for example. So the system will say, sorry, I did not enter the end time, and end time is my regular 17 hours, for example, no problem. So what it does, it calculates automatically 2 hours late. This was 3 hours early and this is 2 hours late. So the system can, but here you cannot do any adjustment on this left panel because these are informations coming from the finger scanning machines. Those are not editable. What we are doing is only adjustments here. So you cannot do any adjustments in the finger scanning machines. That will remain as the masterpiece. You can only do adjustments on the right side so that your raw data will be kept for the information purpose, and we can take investigation on that, and then the management can decide based on these adjustments. Okay, so this is for a single employee attendance. Here you can select for a particular period from date to date, and you can see the complete details of this particular employee. You can say, for example, you want to ignore all the late in and outs, overtime and all. What you can do, you can just uncheck this. It will what it will do, it will make all 0, means all absence. Then what you can do, you can just click mark again present. What it will do, it will bring all the in and out as per the shifts. As per the shift, this will be filled automatically. So all overtime, all late, early, all will be removed and being considered as the normal shift, ideal shift hours. This is for the attendance. In leave application, the user can see all the leaves applied by him or applied by his employees. For example, these are the employees that are reporting to me. So I can see, or myself also, I can see all the details from the submitted, and I can see what are the status. Submitted is only submitted by the employee. Approved means has been already authorized by his manager and processed by the HR admin. Submitted is very initial stage. It's not even under process or not even authorized. If I want to enter a new leave, I can see, for example, 78 is my number, which is default entered. I can apply for myself. For example, what leave I want to apply: annual leave, childbirth, condolence, whatever. Annual leave, for example, if I am applying annual leave, as of date, my leave balances are 13. How many days leave assigned in a year? 30. Gross salary is this. Okay, I can see date of apply. This I cannot change. I can change from date. For example, I want to go on 1st or 2nd of May, and I want to go, for example, 10 days. What the system will do, it will say total paid days 10. Why? Because I have 13 days balance. But what about if I want to go for 20 days, for example? If I want to go for 20 days, the system will calculate 13 because of his balance as paid, and 20 minus 13 is 7, is to be considered as unpaid leave. In most of the applications, common applications in the market, this kind of leave you have to apply 2 times. One, paid leaves 30, then another leave 7 days as unpaid. You have to apply separately. But here you can apply in one go total leaves, and it automatically distributes. If there is any holiday during this period, system will still calculate those separately, and it will show same like these two rows, there automatically two more rows will be added for holidays. Now, if I want to apply for advanced salary, I will click, I can click on it, and the request will be added as salary advance. Of course, this will not be the final approved one. It's only a request. HR finally they can, while processing, they can decide to give salary advance or no. Ticket required, he can request for ticket required, exit entry, family ticket, family exit entry. All these things can be requested. Okay. This request menu is used for both employee, the lowest level employee, and the managers. Both can request this, but managers have additional these three informations, which are managerial processing power, attendance for edit and all. Okay. This is all about the applications requests. I can go directly to the portal, back to portal from here, or this particular menu icon will show me the pop-ups pending for me. It shows me 3 leaves pending for my approval, so I can click on it and I can see these are the 3 leaves requested by my employees that I have to take an action. I can click on approve, I can say reject. If I click on approve, or if I'm rejecting, I can specify the reason for rejection. Okay, no replacement, for example. Here I can see if there is a leave document attached. I can click on it and I can, for example, in case of sick leave, employees can attach sick leaves, medical certificates, and I can see the details of it. So this is all about, here I can click on the portal, it will take me back to the portal site. This is all about the application, its browsing, and the uses of the functionality that are assigned to me.